and I'm going to go over some basic gray area rules for Darkon. All hit systems here will be Darkon. WLS, first thing we're going to do is we're going to have an Ironman style tournament where you will be seating yourself in the bracket port. Only 8 people will be going on to the brackets for each category. That means you want to get as many kills as possible in the Ironman style in order to seed yourself in the brackets. The more kills you get, the higher you seed. Any questions? Ironman tournament will have up to 5 lines in it. When you lose in a pool, you will go to the center and tell the elder in the middle, who is recording, the number of the person you lost to. Is that clear? This is very important for this tournament. The winning person should announce their number when they win. For instance, if my number is 17 and I beat Canis right here, I say 17 and he walks away and tells my number to the center person.
He also looks sad when he does it.
I like it when people look sad. Any questions on that? The Ironman style will run for approximately 15 minutes.
Simon's supposed to go into the back, right?
If you Simo with your opponent, both of you lose. Find a new line. Do not announce your number to the center.
Dun, dun, dun.
You said it's your opponent's responsibility to tell him your number.
It is your opponent's responsibility to tell him your number.
The winners.
If you are found not doing so, for any reason, you will be barred from the rest of the tournament.
That would be the loser.
The loser. Any questions? Awesome. On to the bracket style. 8 people will be gone onto the brackets for each of the tournament categories. The bracket will come directly after the Ironman, and there'll be a break in between each category. The bracket is very simple. 8 persons in, 1 person leaves. Single elimination.
Ooh,
Best of 5 fights. Alright? Awesome. Now, on to some Darkon gray area rules. Anybody here not familiar with how Darkon uses their rules? It is a hit system. Any differences for any cross gamers here will be 2 limbs down is not a death. Good? Alright, there are single-handed weapons that are round out here. They are considered bats and they are yellow. They cannot kill you hitting you twice to the same limb. Any questions on that? Awesome.
Whoa.
Yes, Gord.
Question. You said nobody dies if you lose 2 limbs?
You
no
can
one
lose all
dies
of your
if you
limbs and
lose
still
two
live.
Even with a white?
2
Doesn't
different
matter.
limbs.
Oh.
Like,
There's no 2 limbs.
still
left.
I can.
Yes.
You can potato.
And then,
Yeah,
and
but
then,
if they can't fight, they can't
How do
fight.
you,
if you hit them twice in the same limb, they die.
oh, okay.
But you,
Or
if
the
you-
body.
Or the body.
But only with a flat.
Stab,
Only
yeah.
with flat. Stabbing counts as the same as flat swing. Any other questions on that?
Should all these people with bats trade for flats right now?
If they want.
You can stab with this, but it won't.
They should unless
Like,
they
I can't
really,
stab
really
you
want
twice
to
in
make
the
it
same
better.
one I kill you. It's a yellow stab is the same as a yellow strike.
Hey,
All
girl.
right, calm down.
You got that flat blade?
That stab is
Calm
the same as
down.
a strike with that.
Alright, some gray area rules. First and foremost, if somebody swings and they hit you either in between 2 locations, or they hit you in 2 different locations at the exact same time, here are the rules for that. 1, if they hit you in both and in between 2 locations, you must take the most lethal. For instance, if I am hit in the shoulder and it hits between my arm and my body, what is that?
Shoulder.
It's your shoulder. That means you are?
Dead.
Yes, thank you. If I am hit in 2 legs, for instance, my legs are apart, I'm getting hit in both legs at the same time, you lose both legs. Any questions on that? That is assuming both are have enough force behind the swing. That make sense? We have a sufficient force rule.
That's really nice to clarify right now. Good job.
You want to clarify butt cheek allocation?
Butt cheek is leg.
Butt cheek is leg?
But in Darkon, butt cheek is leg.
All the way up to your
instead of
belt.
taking
All the way
weights.
up to your belt. So just like you would take
Wow.
wounds to the front, groin is still torso, leg here, butt cheek is still leg. Any other questions on that?
So basically,
look, you get
your
hit in both
belt
butt
is
cheeks.
death, but your tunic
Take
is
like a
not.
strike.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
If you take a strike to both butt cheeks, that's
First
both
one
legs,
is
so
a
you gotta
warning.
drop.
Second one, you're going to fall.
Okay. Another gray area rule is magic switching. Magic switching is not allowed in Darkon. Woo!
Doug boy's happy.
That means if you are hit in this arm, you must drop the sword. That's pretty simple, right? Now that doesn't mean that you can't do something while the sword is being dropped. That means if I drop the sword and I try and catch it with my other hand and I succeed, that's fine. Right? Yet does not mean you can throw the sword to your other hand, BG. Okay? For instance, I cannot get hit in the arm and go, "Whoop." That is still magic switching. I can't go, that's magic switching. Okay? The first time you do it and it affects the fight, you will be given a warning, and the fight will be given in favor of your opponent. The second time, you'll be removed from the category. Okay? Don't worry about it too much. Just, if you do it and it affects the fight, call yourself dead. Right? If you do anything that is against the rules or is in a gray area rules, you probably should call yourself dead and just give the fight to your opponent. You shouldn't be doing that. All right? Sir?
Do wounds transfer per round?
No. They do not. Thank you. Also, call things to your elder if they look... Call things to your elder when you're fighting. If I get hit in the hand, I should be calling hand. If a strike is light, I need to immediately call light to my opponent and say it loud enough that my elders can hear it. Any questions on that?
Is the elder the herald
The herald.
or ref?
Yep. So
Okay.
in Darkon we call them elders.
Are they old?
They're the referees of the fight.
Graybeards? Okay.
In the Ironman, if the elder calls you dead, go away. Like, do not argue with them. That needs to go. That time of the fight needs to go smooth. You need to go to the back of the line, and the new fight needs to start because you're holding up everybody else. Don't argue with them. In fact, don't argue with them on the brackets. Okay? Elder's word is law. Any questions?
How much time is given to the Ironman?
15 minutes.
Okay.
All right. That's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot of gray area rules. If you get hit in the leg, we all know in Darkon, you don't have to go down on a knee. You can lock and drag your leg. If you start spinning and doing jumping jacks and stuff on a dead leg, you are dead. Okay?
I didn't know that.
If you're like leg down and you're like, you're dead. Okay?
Show me how it does look.
Yeah.
Um,
Lock and drag is what you said?
if my left leg is wounded,
Okay.
when I'm fighting, lock your knee out and drag. Okay?
But if you take both, you gotta go down, right?
If you take both legs, go down to your knees. All right?
There's no dead leg.
There is no dead leg. If you get hit
Hit
again,
either one.
if you get hit and again with a white sword, flat weapon, you are dead.
Either one.
Either one. Yep, that's fine. It's not posting. So if I'm still wounded in my left leg, I can move back. I can move forward. This is fine. Just a little bit more mobile than like amp guard posting. Stabs with round weapons are considered yellow. Okay, yellow is blunt. Means you can't be dead to a wounded arm or leg from stabs.
What's a stab from a spear considered? I
Stab
mean,
from
a
spear is-
sword.
A stab from a sword is considered just like slashing damage, so you can die. It's
Okay.
considered red.
Okay.
So two stabs to a limb will kill you.
No armor, it doesn't matter.
Oh, did you hear that, Cord? Two stabs to a
stabs
limb
will
kill you.
With a blade. Yeah, with
Um,
a bladed red.
Any other questions on the tournament?
What's the order of tournaments today?
Glom, what is the order of the tournaments today?
Doing single sword, Florentine, sword and board, Great weapon, freestyle.
Oh my God, can you repeat that?
Sword, single sword, sword and
sword.
board, two swords, great weapon, then freestyle.
Freestyle.
Five
Is
seconds.
great weapon two-handed or black damage?
Any two-handed weapon.
Any two-handed. Okay. Okay.
Any questions? All right, I give this over to Glom, who is running the tournament.
All of these people in front of you are your elders. They're going to be calling for fights. If they call you dead, you are dead. Do not argue with them.
Hey, I got a bunch of yellow tabards in my backpack.